Heads or tails? Today we're going to have flipping an IPO. Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Shamari here, and today we're talking flipping an IPO. Now for those of you who don't know, what is an IPO? An IPO is shortening for initial public offering. But what that mean? Alright, make this. It's basically the first time a company decide for whatever reason, so them want additional money and them are going to go to the public for it. Think about it. Let's say Fresh Drops, for instance. Fresh Drops need some cash and them want additional investors. Them don't want a single private person to come and take up majority share or a high amount of share and board seat. So them prefer to go with the randoms, us, the public. So them list the company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Now that first time and that first price, the first time they list the company, whatever the price is, that is the IPO price. And when I talk today, all people flip the price there. Now, what is flipping an IPO? Alright, think about it this way. You buy a house, you do some renovation, you probably buy a fixer-upper, something shabby, you fix it up, and you sell it in a couple of months. No longer than a year. Are the same principles some investors use to buying IPOs at the price and selling them in about 2 months, getting a quick profit and quickly exiting. Now today we're going to find out, is it worth it? Is it profitable? And should you be doing it? One of the biggest investments any man have is time. The time for spend with the ones you love, and it's time for grow yourself as a person. I value my time, and because of that, I created a company called Fresh Drops. Fresh Drops is an online marketplace that you can go and purchase all your fresh fruits, fresh produce and ground provisions sent straight to your door. Now we're starting out to deliver in Portmore, Kingston and St. Andrew with the hopes of branching out to many different parishes in Jamaica. All you have to visit is myfreshdrops.com, where you can purchase fresh vegetables, fresh fruits and your ground provisions. Check it out and save your time. Them are nice. Enough people believe that the price that the offering comes out at, the IPO price, that's going to be the best price you ever get it at. That's going to be the lowest price. And in some cases it is. A company might list the stock price at a low price and it never go below that IPO price. It just goes straight up. So what investors do is that they bank on that and they bank on demand. Remember, the stock market is moved solely on supply, demand. If you have a large amount of stocks available, with lower demand, the price probably no move or it will go down. If you have limited amount of stocks available with high demand, the prices will go up. Now what people capitalize on is the fact that a lot of investors want to catch the IPO, but it's a first come, first served market. So you might go in to get the IPO, but you're not get through, or you're not get through in all. So you go back after it's listed. Now what some investors are bank on is that when you go back, them now raise the price, what them get it for. So let's say them buy the stock for IPO $1. You never get through, you probably want, no, or a lot of people want the stock. Stock X. Stock X now, me, the person, the investor who bought the IPO, decide me to sell it for $2. In the space of a month, that's 100% return. I sell, I leave, and I'm happy. Now I gotta go through some things. Now a lot of y'all think, yo, that makes so much sense. 100% return in 1 or 2 months. I'm gonna do that. Bear in mind, nothing in investing is guaranteed. A lot of people take the risk and believe that, oh, this price, this IPO must go up. It might not. Equally, it might go up, but it might not go up in the time frame that you planned. All right, some companies that more should share the IPO price, and we're going to talk about how much they are now. I'm going to look on it. All right, so when Fantana IPO'd at $1.88. Fantana is now trading, and this is about 4 or 5 years ago. Fantana is now trading on the market for $10. Now somebody who had flipped the IPO would have bought it at $1.88, sorry, sold it back at probably $3 and think 100% return, 3 months or 4 months. Biggest thing. But come think about it, if they had kept that IPO or that stock from the IPO price to now, you see how much them would have make? You see what I mean tell you? Yes, you made so much them would have make. If they had bought Fantana $1 mash and still had Fantana from them time, now it worth $10 match. Your money 10 times, 9 times over a couple of years. So do we go the long way or do we go the short way? My grandmother always says shortcut draw blood. A lot of investors here watching expecting me to say don't flip IPOs. But trust me, I honestly believe investment don't work like that. It's all about your risk tolerance. Now, while it is factual that the longer the investment, the greater the returns, it's not always true. Sometimes an IPO might peak and then go down. As I said in the prior video, you don't know when is the best time. You're never sure if you get the best price. And so with that being said, we used to tell that waiting for a year or two the stock would really perform. It might not. Bad news might come out. The financial statement might reflect something dire in a year or two. So companies can tank. So I won't outright say that flipping an IPO is bad. Although I won't outright recommend it. Who I think would benefit from flipping an IPO? Now, when doing any investment, it's best to do your research. A lot of people just flip IPOs and don't do any research. A company comes to the market, IPO price, buy it and we'll sell it back. And that's their strategy. If it works for you, then fine. Peace be unto you as long as money are making in your pocket. But for those of us who don't wish to go that route, but would kind of interested to try it out, how I think people benefit from fitting in an IPO is if they leverage other person's money. What I mean? Let's say you have some loan facility or you have some access to cash, and an IPO, a company is coming out with an IPO at a good price. It's a good company with solid foundation and it's a known company. Bear that in mind. If you flip IPOs, guys, go for known companies. Companies that are known in Jamaica. Go for those companies. Now let's say a company come on, make up a company. Fresh Drops. Let's say Fresh Drops come out with an IPO for $1 and you have access to some loan facility. You can get 100,000 or 500,000 to borrow. It's a solid company and it's doing very well. Everybody knows Fresh Drops. Everybody purchases from Fresh Drops. You yourself purchase from it. A lot of times you can benefit from borrowing that money. Go and purchase the IPO. In a short space of time, the IPO flips. You withdraw back the loan amount, clear your loan, and you go forward. Now, at that point, you have the option of keeping the money or withdrawing all of the funds and keeping the cash for yourself. See how it makes sense? Logical. But remember, no investment is guaranteed. And especially if you're taking on the burden of a loan, make sure to do some amount of research. Research, very important, right? A lot of people out there are just flipping IPOs and it can go from good to bad to worse. Rightly, I can't outright recommend it. Honestly, I see it work for people. I can't outright condemn it either. Make a look on another company. I Create. Now, I create come on the market at $1.01. I came on the market $1.01, and I don't remember it peaking to any significant value. It might have had a high at some point of $1.10, but for majority of the time, and me talk IPO iCreate has been out for years now. For majority of the time, the stock has been trading below $1. Now, if you were paying the flipper game, you lose by your investment just like that. Because in your mind, you would have said, boom, iCreate, I go flip. iCreate, I go make money, people are going to want it. Mind you, iCreate had oversubscribed entering the market. So probably that would have filled their demand speculation. Oh, a whole heap of people go on this. Never turned out that way. iCreate, as I said, stayed at a low price. It's traded below IPO price for years. At least 2 years. At the very least 2 years. Now, if you bought iCreate with the long game intention in mind, iCreate is now trading over $3. So you're 3 times your money. You triple your money. So you see, those are the benefits of being a long-term investor. Any spike in the price, you benefit from that equally. Any lows in the price, you're affected. But for the flippers in the market, it's only one way you wish for that to go, because you don't have the patience, probably don't have the ability to wait, because you probably leverage somebody else's money, as in the example before. Probably I use a loan facility. The longer you have your money on the stock, the more interest you have to pay to the bank, not in your best interest. But for the persons who play the long game, you see how it benefit them. But equally, for the persons who flip, as I show you already, you see how it benefit them as well. So, that is me talking about flipping an IPO, guys. What do you think? Honestly, for me, I don't really believe in flipping IPOs. I personally don't flip IPOs. I just buy and hold. My philosophy, buy it, set it, forget it, like ice. When you need it, then you return to it. Don't have the time or the patience to be watching the market and waiting and every day wake up and watch JSC. No, that's not me. But if you have that ability or you're willing to go that road, by all means. But make sure you do your research. I am just here to bring you the information, and for the guys that didn't know, share in the comment section. For the persons that flipped IP already, I want to hear how much you make. I want to hear the car when you buy after and flip on the IPOs. I want to hear the life when I live. Guys, remember, invest your money at your own risk. Love you. Oh, wait. Before I go, anybody who wishes to speak to me directly, anybody who wishes to have a one-on-one conversation, I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can always send an email or DM me, and I'll be available to speak to you at any time convenient. Alright? Once again, love you. Peace.